to the Business of Soul Searching. My name is Erin, and I invite you to join me as I travel the world challenging risk takers who have soul searched and came out on the other side to tell us their incredible stories. Are you ready for this? All right, everyone. So I'm back with the Business of Soul Searching. This is Erin, and I'm here with Dee, aka Darell Douglas, owner of Dee's in Pawtucket. And so he's going to tell us a little bit about his restaurant as well as what led to it and why he feels like he needs to work for himself. So yeah, let my listeners know like what led to Dee's and why you decided to work for yourself.
All right, so just the story of Dee's, I feel it doesn't really pay too much respect to my life because Dee's is such a small part of my life, but it's the thing that started to grab attention from everybody. So, but if I go like deep into it, I come from a really, really poor family. My mom was on drugs. My dad died at an early age. I was in group homes, foster care, all that stuff. And that was the first thought of like, I don't want to live like this. And
all right, pause.
Continue.
So my thing is like, so you lived in foster homes. So like for people, like a lot of my following have no idea what that even is. I'm sorry, you have to break it down because people don't really know.
So my dad died at an early age, 11, and my mom was into drugs. I'm not sure. And I don't even know if this could drop in the interview because she gets really mad when I talk about this. But it's a part of my story, and I told her that if I ever get like somewhere where I have to tell the whole story and it's gonna make money or do
that's
something,
the tricky part.
I'm gonna say
people don't want you to
say
and you were especially parents. You don't want to.
It's all good. Once we hear it, though, I'll talk about it. But anyway, I'll see what's good, what we can drop. If it's on SoundCloud, she probably won't hear it anyway. She just be on Facebook. But so yeah, my dad died at 11. And my mom, I think, was into drugs before that. I'm not sure, but whenever that happened, that kind of devastated the whole family because my dad was like a real deal hustler. Like he had jobs, he hustled, he sold bud, whatever he had to sell. Like he had multiple jobs. Like he flipped cars. Like he's kind of like me, no bullshit. So it's crazy now that I'm older and I'm looking back at it. I'm like, I literally had to learn it from that. But he was like that. So when he died, it fucked up everything because he was the main breadwinner. My mom was like, she didn't really work like that.
She couldn't, yeah.
It was kind of like him. But he left 40 bins, and she used it all. Like she left 40 bins, and she just used it and kind of got too caught up in the drug shit, and then we got taken away. Like at 12, I remember that shit. Oh, I'm supposed to break down what foster homes.
But 40,000 for someone that's using drugs, that goes quick.
I didn't even to this day. I don't understand how that quick.
Probably could have used it in one day too. To be honest.
Not like a
you don't
like
think
a week,
so?
like 3 weeks.
Wait,
I'm not gonna talk about it too much.
Wait, drugs, but also like if the person wants to like buy clothes or they want to buy like different things too, but
dumb
like,
shit that don't matter. No, you're right about that. You are right about that.
Yeah, like I could definitely spend 40,000. Anyways, sorry. So moving on. So he left it. So he passed away. You brushed past it really like quickly though. Like you're very like, okay, my father died, like, and then you're on to like the next thing.
That's how my whole life is. The next thing. If I keep on holding on to one thing, shit would have been whack. I would have been gave up because so much shit happened. So I really have to keep on moving forward.
Okay. So then what happened for you after that?
So then foster home, straight from that house on the south side, up the street from here, where we're talking at right now. From that house to foster homes, and then I really was like, I feel like I've always been somebody that was trying to be the best of the best. So back then, I was just a knucklehead, so I tried to be the best knucklehead I could be.
What do you mean knucklehead?
Dumb fighting, wanting to have beef, wanting to steal shit, wanting to sell drugs, wanting to just do dumb shit, wanted to be like a real deal gangster, start a crew, all that stuff. Like,
why did you want to sell drugs? Like, what is it about? Like, what was like? Oh, I want to sell drugs. Tell me.
Drugs make money, but it's like by drugs, it don't even really have to mean hard drugs. I mean, I've always been a hustler, so anything that makes a flip, I fuck with it. So
you can flip literally anything. Like drugs don't even have to be
the thing, right? That's a fact.
I know.
Like if you break it down, if you break it down to my environment, that was like the only thing that's around. And we too gotta be easy about talking about that too, because like it's crazy where I'm live right now.
No. But what I'm saying is like you can be like t-shirts can be flipped. Like someone can like you can buy. Like, if you think of, like, you can buy yourself, like, Gary Vaynerchuk,
the
right?
The price and the demand is way higher on drugs than anything else you could think of. Unless you make something pop.
Other than, what I'm learning in school is, the sex trade. So, people selling.
And I don't agree with drugs. Stay away from drugs,
Wait. But what's crazy is that people selling people is the only thing that is like higher selling than drugs, which is crazy. But anyways, so you decided that you wanted to work for yourself. And
at a very young age, I knew that having a job wasn't going to get me the type of things that I wanted, because my family's the working poor. Like even my dad, he worked really, really, really hard all the time. Never seen him. And I remember him being upset about, like, we lived in an apartment on the south side, and he put in, like, hours. He did everything he could.
That's
so
the thing.
I knew for a long time that, from an early age, that having a job if somebody else had to pay me, I wouldn't get as much as I'm worth.
Not even half. Not even half is worth.
No, if the people are really your friends, it would be at least half.
But the thing is that, like, you're not getting as much as you really could be if you're working for yourself.
It's a fact.
At all. Like, at all. So you are the creative director for Death to 9 to 5s, which is like really like a movement in regards to like you should work for yourself. That's what I take it as. I don't know.
I mean, that's what it is. It's a movement that represents you should work for yourself. You should dream big. You should take risks and just like big ideas. And it's the story is so super rooted because it wasn't Death to 9 to 5s at first. It was something else. And I had a partner. And long story short, the relationship with me and him didn't work out. But him and an artist that he manages is signed to Aftermath, and they're doing their thing. So long story short, I see them, and I know that really happened, and I know I could do it because that's somebody that was my close friend and is really living that life, and that keeps me like extremely motivated. I know it's right around the corner if you play your cards right.
So my thing is like you feel you work for yourself. So for people that are listening to this that are like, I may or may not be the type of person that works for other people, or I want to work for yourself. Like, what do you think makes someone that has to work for themselves? Because there's a difference. There's 9 to 5 people, and I'm not being condescending. I still work 9 to 5. I'm also creating a dream where I work for myself because I already know that. So where's the difference, do you think?
Like, you know, it's funny. Like when I hear everybody like talk about having a kid, when they're like, oh, like I wasn't gonna have a kid, but it just happened. Mm-hmm. Like that's how I kind of feel about me. I could have jumped into it a little bit too early because.
Like it just happened.
Like I had a job before this, a high-paying job, no bullshit. Because I've always been a hustler. I've always been trying to get right. So when I quit my job, I had a good job. I worked at the hospital, making like $14 an hour.
Like Rhode Island Hospital?
Marion.
Like down over there? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I did it. And sometimes, especially when I lost all that money, I wish I still had that job because it was mad simple. I had to do nothing.
And then you just still get paid. Yeah.
And it was a whole bunch of bullshit. But to be real, I probably would have lost that job. I was like on the verge I had mad jobs. I was working like 3 jobs at a time. I was doing mad shit. But I probably could have stayed at Merriam. But what had, like, the situation that happened because I was always on my phone trying to make other moves. I would always come late trying to make other moves.
That's the difference.
And then my boss was just like, damn, you really want this job? Talking mad shit like he was about to fire me. And then I'm just like, and I had the first D's already booming. And I was just like, no.
How did, because you started off, like D started off in a gas station, but how did it transition to you having it, like, and it's fully fledged, like, you have your own, like,
it's crazy.
I feel like that's important for people to know.
But it's like, but the thing is, I feel like a lot of people get Facebook-matized. I work really, really hard all the time, every day. Mm-hmm. It's not like, it might look kind of good on Facebook, but it's a lot of hard work.
Okay, break it down. Break break down, like, what's a 24-hour for a Darell Douglas? Like, because people don't know. They think, oh, like, you just look up and you're good looking, and then all of a sudden you have your stuff together. Like,
no, I have like certain core people that I trust. Like Denise helps out a lot with these. Like I have some certain people that keep me going, but it's not. I don't even have all the answers. It's just I work really hard every day, and eventually it adds up.
But how does that, like, you physically have to be there?
So no, so it's like on a normal day, like on my real normal day, I'll wake up like at 7. Me and my friend share a car, so I'll drop her off at work right now because my car's fucked up. I'll come back at 7:30, and then it's just go time. It's like, all right, D, it's go time.
How do you? Okay, this is where I'm at right now because like I have a brand, I have a business, and like how do you motivate yourself to be like, hey, like right? It's every day. Like how do you motivate yourself?
Because I don't really have too much backup or support, so if shit ever goes bad for me, I'll really be.
You don't have.
Starving.
You don't have.
I'm like the help for mad people. I'm the help for friends.
That's what
people
I'm gonna say.
Me, my family.
Like people are depending on you.
If I fuck up, there's really nobody I could call too much of bullshit. I'll be a hungry motherfucker. Mm-hmm. So it's like. And it's like my aspirations and my ambitions keep me going, and I see other people that motivate me a lot too. I see people in the city doing better than me. I see people like all around like really doing it, and I'm just like I know
who's in the city doing better than you. Cause
I think a couple people.
Like whom? Like whom do you speak?
I think Beautiful Silence is super dope, and I think they do a lot of dope events, and they have day trail, and they're hard workers, and they really do their thing. I think they're dope. I think.
Okay.
I think.
I have to look them up.
Word. I think there's people that I know
my listeners know I'm from the suburbs, so but I love to look like I love to.
And then there's people that I know that are not like in this field with us, or nobody in this room might know, but that are entrepreneurs, not a rich forever.
Yep.
So, and I see them every day, and I'm just like...
Like, you're up, like, already, like...
They're chilling. I know people that haven't worked for, like, 5 years. I know people that haven't worked for, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even need it to be that good. I could just, like...
what?
I can make it happen. So I see a lot of daily influence. Then the internet shows you so much shit.
Yeah.
You see everybody doing a thing on the internet.
But you need to verify, like, because people be looking like...
People be frauding, but there's people there's people that really do it, and it motivates me so much. I'm like, if they can do it, I could do it. And I'm surrounded by so much talented, smart, pretty, strong, motivated people too, like, that are even behind me. Not even to say behind me, that I know, that I'm just like...
aligned with you.
Aligned with me. I'm like, this is easy. Somebody needs to just kick open the door. I'm going to try to kick open the door.
You know why I respect that is because, like, when you have a goal, like a hardcore goal, then you follow that and everything else gets nixed. It's like, okay, like, you know.
I learned, I can't, my biggest...
It's not easy, though, because things dip into your...
And it's crazy, but my biggest teacher has been life. Like, just life lessons happen that really, like, changed me and really made me, like, turn into a better person. I don't know if, like, everybody else feels like that or everybody else goes through those things, but it wasn't... I can't say it was all myself or my own motivation because crazy shit happened that always brought me to the next level. The first D's was in a gas station with some dude named Eddie. And
how'd you find him even anyways?
So that thing that had happened when my ex-partner got a deal with Interscope, they're signed, they're like living the life, they're living with Dr. Dre, they're on like Instagram and shit with Dr. Dre. And for a little bit I got a little depressed. And I was just like, damn, like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Mm-hmm. But eventually, I started to get over it. And I was just walking to the store one day, and there was this guy with a gas station, but, like, with a part open that was kind of like, you know how you see, like, Shell and Dunkin' Donuts? Mm-hmm. But it was empty. And I had money saved up from doing different things. I used to work at, at Shark. I used to work at Shark on 3rd Street, like, handling their social media and being the manager's, like, assistant.
What's poppin', first of all?
And so we did a lot. I designed the menu. Like, I did a lot of random shit with that people don't know about.
To save money up, because that's important to say. Because people feel like, oh, okay, like, I'm popping, like, let me just, like start something, but it's like money saved is important too.
It's a fact. It's one of the biggest
to have
things.
Like not even just clout, but like something to.
You got to be able to move around. And
you need to give
shit.
someone something for them to trust in you. You know, I would think.
Word. So I did that for a little bit, and then I met that guy at the gas station, and I was just like, "Yo, what are you doing with this?" And he was just like a little bit older. He was kind of big. He was lazy. He wasn't doing nothing with it. And then like basically, I made a deal with him, a low deal for the low, just because he wasn't doing nothing with it.
How did you get in on the low? Like, how did you?
Because he wasn't doing nothing with it, and I had money, and I was just like, and like now I know even more now that I'm my own entrepreneur, but I just like played to his needs. Like I was like, yo, I got $500 for you right now, and I'll give you a percentage of my sales. Anybody that owns a business and that's a real deal entrepreneur, a free $500 walking into their life, for the most part, they'll take it. And he was like, fuck it. All right.
Like, what do they have to lose?
Exactly. He was like, whatever. He took it.
He's like, whatever.
And then I got it too booming. And then he asked for basically as much as I'm paying. And as much as I'm paying right now, he asked for that over there. And I was like, my shit's kind of booming. I should just leave.
But did you, did he had nothing going on, and then you came in his life, and then you just, made it good? So,
eventually he started to ask for more money. And then I accepted it at first, and he asked for more money, and then I was like...
From you?
Yeah.
To promote his...
just to be working in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I was just like, you know what, I'll leave. He was like, oh, yeah, bro, you're not blah, blah, blah. You're not going to be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. And, luckily, I knew a lot of people, that just believe in me, so I did need a little bit of money to start up these. And I'm just like, my name is so good with certain people, I was able to just ask for the money.
That's my most important part. Yeah. So you started it with, so you started these with what?
I don't want to talk about numbers, but I would say 20,000, and I had a little bit more than half, and I needed a little bit less than half to start it. And I knew people that just really fucked with me so heavy and knew that I'm really about my shit that gave the money.
So first of all, what you're saying is you already had a following, first of all, so people can't just be like, yo, I'm a person that is popping, you have to make sure that you have something behind you that people care about.
That's a fact. I mean, people fuck with me heavy. I feel like people fuck with me because I'm just down to earth. I'm from the bottom. I started from the bottom. The main thing would be to try to stay positive every day. I know life could get really, really, really bleak, but I literally try to just wake up in the morning and be like, the sun's shining. I can drive. There's money to be made. Shit's not that bad, and I just try to take the best out of every day, and then make the best out of it. When I call my friends, I'll be like, "Yo, let's make the best out of today," and I literally try it every day, day after day after day. I think the main thing that keeps me motivated though is I know I don't have the answers yet. So it's
you don't have an Instagram?
I don't have the answers yet.
Oh,
so I see.
Was because. I'm if girls are trying to, because I want to clarify, because I'm sure there's girls chasing after you, so I don't know who they are, but they need to know what social media.
So I'm so every day I'm I know I could do better than the day before, and I know I can keep on pushing myself. So I guess my biggest motivator would be not really being to where I want to be at, and really just seeing myself and being damn D, you can do better, you can do better, you can do better, and I haven't reached what I think is the best I can do. Loss is somebody that's around me and sees me make a lot of moves, and he says that sometimes I can bite off too much as I can chew, and it's just I just want to keep it. I want to keep it pushing. I want to keep it moving. But just recently, I've noticed that I do have to step back. I do have to set up a game plan. I do have to recruit some people. It was funny listening to the Troy Ave mixtape, and he's like, I do everything myself, and that's how I really feel. But I think to get to the next level, maybe Troy could take some energy from that too. You need a team. You need to trust somebody to do the work.
What can you do? Right? Because they're saying Troy can do that, but how can you delegate,
So it's hard for me because everybody that helps me out, I don't see them as
like working for you, but
yeah, I see them as like
collaboration.
It's a collaboration. They're my people.
Real talk.
They're helping me. Like it'd be surprising me. People be like telling me thank you, and I'd be like, thank you.
We're equals. We're equals.
I just be like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Real talk.
Thank God you came around today. No bullshit. So that's how I feel about it, and I can never really. It's really, really hard for me to look down on anybody because I've been so low. Like it's the 27th right now. What's the date today?
I think it's the 26th of June.
It's the 26th of June. The
2017.
The 28th of June last year. I lost everything. G was there. Miss Mouse was there. You know, I was like kind of stupid too. So you know, I learned from that mistake. But I just had mad money. And I kept it in a book bag. I kept it on me because I just didn't trust it anywhere else. I didn't trust it in the bank. I didn't trust it around nobody else. And that book bag got stolen. And there was like so much money in there. It was just stupid of me to even have it in there. But that was everything that I had. So at the time that happened, I was left with nothing. I think I had like $33 in my pocket. And it was the day before like rent at my apartment, rent before the restaurant. I went crazy. I was just like, damn, this is a tough one. I had literally no money. And I had just emptied out the drawers at these. I had just did other things that made money. I literally had all the money right there in that one place at that one time to pay bills and everything. Do you
feel like that person knew or like...
It's definitely somebody that knew me. Because it would be impossible to know unless they got really lucky.
Not to let like the brain escape from you because we can keep...
No, it's good. I want to talk. I don't usually get to talk like this in interviews. But it was definitely somebody that knew that it was definitely somebody that was around me or that knew me, because it was an old dirty book bag. I don't think nobody would think. But I never really told too much people what was in it. But I always had it on me, no matter what I was doing. So maybe that could have been like to somebody that's really in the streets. Like, damn, this nigga never lets go of this bag, like ever.
That's how I feel. It's not like everyone. Like you can have a huge party and you can have people come there. But it's that one person. That's nothing to do with. You can invite 100 people.
I think it was particularly. There's one person that I particularly think that had something to do with it. Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then it comes to like a situation where you could definitely like have something happen to him. You could do something yourself, but then that stops everything. Yeah. Like it's the risk of really like stopping everything. And I just be weighing my odds really. Like what's the best move? Like when shit hits the fan and shit gets fucked up, I already sit down and it's like, what's the best move to get me out of this situation? And luckily enough...
But how did you though? Like, because it was like you had to start over, right? Because you had an issue with...
All the way over. And
you knew people that knew something about feeling like that, so... Well,
to be honest... I feel like once you get to the level that I'm at, or even a level a little bit higher, you can't really ask for too much favors from people that are doing good around you. That's not really how it works. I know it sounds weird, but like that's not how it works. So when that had happened, my favors were already like kind of exhausted, so I couldn't really ask too much people for favors. So like I did a GoFundMe, and I had a lot of love from the community, and that brought in like a month of rent, and then close friends around me let me borrow some bread. And I took it from there.
That's big. Asking for money is not easy.
It's not easy, and it was surprised that a lot of people... that's kind of when I knew that maybe I might be a little bit special, because I started pulling favors, and I raised a couple dollars.
That's what I'm saying.
So I was like, all right.
People don't just give their money, like, that's big.
So then that happened, and then eventually I was able to get back on my feet. Then mad random shit happened in between. Yeah. And like luckily a year later, I'm a better person than I am when that happened. But that shit was dark. I cried. I was depressed. I was sad.
That's the least of what people would have done.
I know how much I have on my plate. I know I'm not where I want to be. I have like other situations that I need to take care of. Yeah. And I have a lot, so there's no really stopping. Because at the pace that I'm at right now, if I stop for too long, everything's gonna fall off. I'm not exactly where I want to be. I'm still in the grind position, so I could take a week off and just
shit can be
crazy. I'll come back that next week like, oh my God.
Be left. Yeah. Someone can own your shit.
So
you already bought yours.
So I know for a fact that I gotta keep it I gotta keep it going. I don't have all the answers. Some days I fuck up. Some days I get overwhelmed. But I just try my best to really like just be at it every day. And luckily, like the community helps me out so much. Like I'm starting to really see people like look up to me, people fuck with me, and that's
like
really
hard,
recently,
like all the way.
That recently has been like my motivation to keep shit.
Real talk.
To keep shit cracking. And then I see people around me that are doing really, really good. Then I see people that are younger than me, like Lost, that's really, really working hard. And that shit just all around me. All the hard work still motivates me. Like, I don't see myself different from anybody else that's working. Like, I be in the trenches with everybody else, even if you could think that I might be in a better position. So when I see people working, when I see her talking about shooting videos and asking me, D, when's the next show? When I see Miss Marrows and Zeiss, like, talking about music and we're going to make moves. When I see G talking about this radio show in Boston. When I see Lost trying to get booked every day, I'm just like, niggas is working.
It's going to happen, yeah.
I'm not the only one working. Everybody's working.
Yeah, everyone's working.
I need to step up.
And that's who you need to surround yourself with.
Yeah. So it's like it's all the energy around me, and even if people might perceive that I might be past where they're at, I just see all the people being dope and being on their shit, and it causes me to just be like, damn, I gotta work hard, I gotta keep it going. I've been blessed to see a lot of dope people around me, from people that can possibly, maybe you would say they're not on my level yet, working really, really hard, to people that are older than me, making a lot of moves, making money. I know Greg Selko, the dude that owned Karma Loop. He's a millionaire. I've been like his personal friend from when the company was making a lot of money to when it went bankrupt and he lost it. I've seen like a lot of ups and downs, people in the streets and shit. And I just know like anything's possible if you get it together. It just takes a lot of hard work. That's why I always say all work is easy work. We'll just have to. There's so much to talk about. It's crazy.
I know. That's why I'm like.
It's whatever. We can talk about it for a little bit more, and then we'll just do a part 2. But that's why I said all the interviews I did, I never got to really, really, really talk about it. It was really quick, but the story's deep.
So, my thing is that, like, obviously, it's late tonight. So, what are some things that you can, like, give to people that are like, all right, I have the street life, and they're curious about, like, having a life like your life, and they're kind of at that thing, like, what do you have to say?
Like, life is so short that you never know, like, what could happen, that you should literally try to live every day like you want to live it, because anything in the world could happen. I've just seen so much shit happen, like, from my dad dying to M getting hit, to Yola dying, to mad shit, just seeing mad shit. Like, life is literally so short that every single day is really a blessing, and you should, like, you should be so blessed and so happy that you got this chance, that you should try your hardest to get shit popping. And if you're gonna do it, it's just gonna be a lot of hard work. Because I don't even have the answers yet, but if you can ask me how I got to, like, where I am today, I don't really feel like it's nowhere yet. I think, like, I'm a beginner too and trying to get shit rocking, but it's a lot of hard work. It's like every day. It's just a lot of hard work. If you like, hard work beats talent every time. And
it's up to you and how you feel, but I think that you are an amazing person. First of all, you took a choice. You decided that you want to start a business. You want to work for yourself, and I respect that. So yeah, like.
Thank you. I appreciate the interview.
Yes, and that's D's in Pawtucket for folks that are from out of town or who haven't been there yet. You're more than welcome. So.
On the address. 447 Mineral Spring Ave.
447 Mineral Spring Ave in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Come through.
And that concludes another exciting episode of The Business of Soul Searching. If the content discussed in this podcast interests you, please contact me at thebusinessofsoulsearching@gmail.com. Also, make sure you subscribe. And most importantly, take a calculated risk this week. Don't do it for me, do it for you.